Hey, in this video, let's discuss some hidden costs to your home inspection. Maybe some things you're not thinking about. My name is Travis Anderson, your local real estate expert. Let's get started. Hey, first, the cost of a home inspection to begin with in Minnesota and Western Wisconsin is going to be somewhere between $350 and $500, depending on the totality of the scope. Most inspectors, like we've talked about in previous videos, they're going to get on the roof. They're going to check out the major mechanicals. They're going to check out the foundation. They're going to check out visually the home. Now, something you might not be thinking about is anytime the inspector makes a recommendation to have something further inspected by a different expert, that's going to cost you some money. Every now and again, the inspector is going to make some recommendations. Let's have your furnace looked at by an HVAC technician. Let's have your air conditioning unit looked at. Hey, I noticed this electrical issue. It's beyond my scope. Let's have an electrician look at this. Hey, there's this plumbing issue. It's beyond my scope. Let's have a plumber look at this. Hey, we've got a structural issue. It's beyond my scope. So anytime there's an issue beyond the inspector's scope, they're going to recommend that you have a professional inspect that. That's going to cost you $100, $150, depending on what it is. And sometimes it's even substantially more. Like if you have an engineer come out to the property, we're going to talk about that in another video, that could cost you thousands of dollars. So these are some of those hidden costs that when it's outside the inspector's scope that you might come across. Now, there's also some items that you might inspect that yeah, they're outside the inspector's scope, but he's not necessarily not making a recommendation. For example, have you heard of radon gas? Radon is an odorless, colorless gas that may cause cancer. And so a lot of people want to test their home to see if it has high levels of radon. That's going to cost you about $100, $150. Maybe you've got a tree in your front yard and you want to get the sewer line scoped out to make sure there's not tree roots clogging that up. Might cost you a couple, $200, $300. Maybe there's a well on the property. You want to get the water tested. Maybe there's a septic. You want to get that tested. All of those things are going to go ahead and cost a little bit extra money. It definitely in the hundreds of dollars, sometimes in the small thousands of dollars to get things tested. We had a client of ours actually test for asbestos on a property, and that cost around $1,000. Now, look, some of these inspection costs can be negotiated in the contract. So we can sometimes ask a seller to pay for the inspection, but in most cases, in both Minnesota and Western Wisconsin, the cost of the inspection is going to fall on the buyer. Now, some of the repairs that might come up from the inspection, that's going to be a negotiable item, and buyers and sellers can negotiate who's going to pay for those. But in order to get the information to begin with, buyers are taking on that cost. Now, look, some of these things are expensive, but it's better to spend the money up front. Find out what those defects are. Maybe we're doing the extra inspections that might cost a little bit more money. Maybe you're into that $1,000 or slightly more than $1,000 where you were expecting $350, but it's all worth it because number one, you could probably cancel depending on the contract. Number two, you can probably negotiate some of those items depending on the contract. And number three, even if you don't cancel, even if you don't negotiate, you're a better informed consumer regarding that purchase that you're making. So in any instance, you spend a little bit of that money up front, it's probably good information. Hey, if you have further questions, shoot me a call, shoot me a text, hit me up in the comments section. We're going to wrap this video up with a quick market update. What does the average home in Inver Grove Heights look like in the last 12 months? The average home in Inver Grove Heights, $413,000. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2,100 square feet, built in 1993. 53% of all the homes sold in Inver Grove Heights were single-family homes and 47% were townhomes. If you're a part of the 53%, the average sales price was $523,000, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2,488 square feet, built in 1987. If you're part of the townhome community, your average sales price was $289,000. You're a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, 1,606 square feet, built in the year 2000. Hey, thanks for checking out this video on hidden costs of inspections. Tomorrow, we're going to look at inspection red flags. My name is Travis Anderson, your local expert. And as always, all my best to you and yours.